Beyond the Gate spoilers. Wednesday full, the 19th of August, 2026. Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is a beautifully chaotic Tuesday, and we are so ready to dive into the absolute madness that our favorite residents of Fairmont Crest are serving up. Grab your emotional support water bottles because things are about to get wild. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right now. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now. I am literally filming this while I'm running errands because I just had to jump on here and vent. My brain is visibly buffering from the sheer audacity of this episode, and I genuinely cannot function in polite society today. I was mid-skincare when this dropped, and I am not kidding. I smeared a charcoal mask all over my white rug because I literally had to yeet my phone across the room. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. We are not just watching this show anymore. We are invested. I am personally offended by what Bill Hamilton just did, and I need to scream about it for the next 20 minutes. Let's just start with the absolute dumpster fire that is Bill and Danny. Because bestie, be for real right now. They are officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done. The spoilers literally said Bill is playing with fire, but genuinely, he is bathing in gasoline, lighting a match, and doing a tap dance in the flames. He is in the hospital. He is literally hooked up to IVs, probably smelling like sterile saline and terrible life choices. And he is out here trying to seduce Danny Dupree from a hospital bed. I am hyperventilating. The sheer unmitigated gall of this man to try and spit game while his vitals are probably beeping in the background is a level of toxic confidence I cannot even comprehend. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Danny literally just got interrogated by Anita, Vernon, and Nicole because she had a massive Freudian slip and called Bill her husband in public. Did I say that yet? Ugh. My brain is mush. Moving on, but basically, she is already on the thinnest ice imaginable with her entire family. They literally sat her down for a tribunal. And what does she do? She ignores every single warning label on this man and goes right back into his orbit. I am screaming into a pillow because Andre is at home, dealing with a literal mystery stalker and trying to be a supportive king, and Danny is out here falling for the hospital gown charm of the man who blew up her life. Make it make sense. Which is honestly so unhinged because his actual wife, Haley, is roaming the halls. And don't even get me started on the vibes of that hospital room. Who designed that set? The lighting was giving fluorescent purgatory, which is honestly fitting for Bill's soul right now, but I digress. The aesthetic was so bleak, and yet Bill is out here acting like it's a romantic suite at the Four Seasons. Danny needs an intervention. I am calling it right now. Her villain arc is about to go nuclear because she is willingly destroying her marriage to Andre for a man who left her for her daughter's best friend. I am too unwell to handle the gravity of these choices. And speaking of Haley, oh my god, the worst Black Widow copycat in the history of television. She has been slowly poisoning this man since October 2025, and he is still alive and flirting with his ex-wife. She is straight up failing at villainy. If you are going to be a soap opera poisoner, you need to commit. But Haley is just dragging this out, and now she is picking fights with the hospital staff. The tea is that Haley clashes with nurse Ashley Morgan. Why is she fighting a nurse? Ashley is probably just trying to do her job, secure her bag, check the IV drip, and here comes Haley, storming down the linoleum corridor like she owns the DMV, projecting all her insecurities onto a medical professional. I am genuinely losing my mind over this. Haley is so mad that Bill reached out to Danny that she is taking it out on Ashley. I can just picture Haley's face, that desperate, jealous twitch she gets when things don't go her way. It's a psychological masterpiece of pathetic behavior. Ashley better watch her back, because Haley is unhinged, but also, Ashley could probably take her, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update where Ashley just accidentally unplugs something and exposes Haley's entire poison plot. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. Let's talk about Eva and Leslie because I was not ready for this level of mother-daughter savagery. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of Eva Thomas. Eva just went nuclear on her own mother, and I am entirely here for it. Eva straight up accused Leslie of rejecting all her romantic options because she is still obsessed with Ted Richardson, her teddy bear. I am cackling. Eva just had a major organ transplant, okay? She is recovering from massive medical trauma. Her relationship with Isaiah is on the rocks, and she still has the energy to read her mother for absolute filth. Leslie's face? The absolute defensive panic. I felt that in my bones. It's giving major, I have been caught and I don't know how to act energy. Leslie has been holding a torch for Ted Richardson for so long that the torch is basically a historical monument in Fairmont Crest at this point. She goes out of her way to do these surprisingly nice things for people, but the second someone holds up a mirror to her love life, she crumbles. Eva was brutally honest, and honestly, Leslie needed to hear it. You cannot keep pining for a man who is just living his life completely oblivious to your obsession. And the irony, the absolute cinematic mayhem of it all, is that while Leslie is being dragged by her own child for being obsessed with Ted, Ted is literally just across town, completely unbothered, having a bro chat with Dr. Carlton Fitzgerald. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but Carlton just dropped the bomb on Ted that he is no longer dating Nicole Dupree. The bromance update we didn't know we needed. Ted is probably just sitting there, sipping his coffee, processing the tea, completely unaware that he is the subject of a massive mother-daughter blowout. Ted is such the voice of reason, and it is so funny to me that he is the object of Leslie's unhinged affection. When Carlton told him about Nicole, I just know Ted gave that classic, stoic Richardson nod, absorbing the gossip while remaining totally neutral. But let's talk about Carlton and Nicole for a second, because Nicole is not sitting at home crying over this breakup, okay? She is out here making moves. Nicole is exclusively dating Dr. Kyle Rollins now. She leveled up, secured a new doctor, and she is spilling the entire cup of tea to Vanessa McBride. Vanessa's reaction is everything I live for. You just know Vanessa is sitting there, absorbing the gossip, probably judging everyone while simultaneously dealing with her own family drama. Vanessa is the queen of side-eye. She just met Deanna's new boy, Noah, who happens to be Kiel's son. The interconnected web of this town is genuinely blowing my mind. Nicole is dating Kiel, Deanna is dating Noah, Vanessa is evaluating everyone, and I am just sitting here trying to map it all out on a corkboard with red string like a conspiracy theorist. I am straight up losing my grip on reality, making it absolutely clear that this situation is now my entire personality, and I am not okay. I need to take a breath, inhales deeply. Okay, but what on earth is happening with Shanice Johnson? The notes say Shanice gets a shocking request at the hospital. What does that mean? Is Bill asking her to smuggle in Danny? Is Haley asking her for more poison? Is someone else entirely pulling Shanice into a dark alley? I am spiraling. A shocking request in Fairmount Crest usually means someone is about to commit a felony, hide a body, or ruin a marriage. There is absolutely no in-between. Shanice better protect her peace, because the hospital is currently the epicenter of all the drama, and she is standing right in the blast zone. And finally, because my heart cannot take much more of this emotional damage, we have to talk about Smitty and Martin. Bestie, I am so mad at Smitty right now. The spoilers say Smitty disappoints Martin, and I am personally attacked by this storyline. Martin is a literal angel, holding the family together, and Smitty is out here dropping the ball. We already know that Terrell is at home, absolutely devastated and crying over his breakup with Jessica Harris. Samantha is ready to go to war and verbally obliterate Jessica for breaking her brother's heart, and where is Smitty? Can we talk about the podcast epidemic for a second? Why does every man who faces a minor career shift suddenly think he needs a Rode mic, a Spotify RSS feed, and a 3-hour interview format? Smitty is prioritizing this podcast opportunity over his family. He is missing the charity basketball game, isn't he? I am calling it right now. Smitty is choosing his career over his family at the exact moment Terrell needs his dads the most. Martin is going to be so furious, and honestly, I am 100% on Martin's side. Smitty is officially on my do not perceive list until he gets his priorities straight. You do not abandon a heartbroken teenager to talk into a microphone about your thoughts on the world. This entire episode is a psychological masterpiece, where the stakes are astronomical and everyone is making the worst possible choices. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of this saga. Danny is ruining her marriage for a man in a hospital gown. Haley is fighting nurses instead of checking her poison dosage. Leslie is getting verbally destroyed by her transplant survivor daughter. Ted is oblivious. Nicole is thriving. Shanice is getting pulled into the underworld, and Smitty is about to sleep on the couch for the next 6 months. I am calling it, the villain arcs are about to go nuclear across the board, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update. Because there is no way any of these people are making it out of this week without severe emotional scarring. I am too unwell to handle this. I am going to go scream into my pillow again, try to scrub this charcoal mask out of my rug, and pray for Andre Richardson's sanity. Wait, I literally just remembered something else about Danny's Freudian slip. Did I mention how Vernon reacted? Vernon Dupree is a terrifying patriarch, and the fact that Danny said husband in front of him, I would have simply passed away on the spot. I would have evaporated. The fact that she survived that tribunal only to go back to the hospital to get seduced by Bill is proof that Danny has absolutely zero survival instincts. Zero. She is basically volunteering for emotional destruction at this point. And Bill Hamilton, lying there, fully aware that his actual wife is wandering around the hospital, fully aware that Danny is married to Andre, and he just doesn't care. He is manipulative, he is toxic, and he is playing a game that is going to blow up in everyone's faces. The fact that he thinks he can just charm his way out of a medical crisis and a ruined marriage is peak delusion. I am genuinely obsessed with how messy he is. But also, I want to throw a chair at my television every time he smirks. This is why I can't watch this show normally. I have to dissect every single frame. I have to analyze the way Haley glared at Ashley Morgan. I have to analyze the exact tone Eva used when she said teddy bear. It's a sickness, besties, and I am fully infected. The drama is too good, the stakes are too high, and my blood pressure is definitely in the danger zone. I am going to need a full week to recover from this single episode, but we all know I'm going to be right back here tomorrow, hyperventilating over whatever unhinged thing these people do next.